What is up, y'all? It's Twitchy at prime time. I wanted to take a moment to show you perfect freehand stacking in Rust. All these buildings here look normal. They're typical Rust designs. But what you're not seeing here is that these are different foundation heights. In the center, that's ring 0. It is the lowest. Here is ring 1. These foundations are a little bit higher. And there's ring 2. And those foundations are even higher. Over in this building, if we go inside, I can show you what I mean. Here's an example of two ceilings stacked up in the same place. And over here, it's easier to see that in the space of just a half wall, you have three ceilings, and you could keep going from there. So I will go outside and I will show you how to build one of these. Okay, I'm going to try to show you how to build one of these. First, you want some foundations that are pretty close to the ground, and you want to make a shape like this right here, and remove these two. You can remove that if you want. You're either going to use wall frames or walls. These are cheaper. I'm using frames. And you want to set your field of view all the way up, and maybe even put on some diving fins. Look at the ground and try to get this one to turn blue. Not too far left, not too far right. Close to your feet if possible, not further away, and eventually it'll go blue. You then check to make sure that this one behind will also go blue. It did not. It's red. I failed. I start over. Ideally, there will be some wiggle room in front of you. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but there is now. There's a little bit of wiggle room. This piece can be a little further away or a little closer to my feet. I want to wiggle it closer to my feet and then place it down. That gets this one blue. Now I want to check to make sure that this is also blue here and here. Okay. Now I want to make sure that the ceilings will stack correctly here and here. Next, I want to make sure that the triangles will place all the way around the outside. If any of these triangles, like here, do not place, I have to start over. It looks like we got lucky and they all went down. The next thing you have to check is to make sure that these walls will place here where they touch. Basically every wall has to be able to go down here. If it does not, you have to start over. I'm sorry. Now you can repeat this process and go out further from the center. And you could go for 3 ceilings. Now, if you make 3 rings, it would look something like this. The black squares is where you have missing foundations. So you have to have some missing foundations. Take a look at where the green triangles are on ring 1. Notice that those touch at the corners everywhere between ring 0 and ring 2, but they do not share common foundations. That's why this works. So it's very difficult to get these outer light blue ones in exactly the right position with the wiggles, but I've done it before.
Way down low. Way down low.
But anyhow, I thank you for your time. If you're crazy enough, you can do this in 4 layers. You can see right here how I did it once, where all the supports worked with each other. And boy, it was a nightmare. Took a long time. Hope you guys have a good one.